What is up, Chowderheads? Welcome to the video where I, Chowder, sit here and give you guys sort of my predictions for how Elden Ring is going to turn out, certain things I want to see in there, certain things I'm going to expect to see, and everything that I feel like would have to be in there for me to be satisfied with this game, which I'm not worried about at all. From Software knows how to make a great game. Let's jump in. First, we're going to start off with some of the mechanics that I would like to see. From Software is known for having a very consistent way of making games, and the mechanics they put into their games are often telltales of them making the game. It's almost their signature. A few of the ones that I played were Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, and Bloodborne and Sekiro, so I feel like I'm pretty familiar with the mechanics and know what to expect. One of the first mechanics is one of the ones that has been in Dark Souls for the longest. It is basically invincibility frames when you do a roll dodge. This is something that if you get good at the game and time it right, you can completely avoid all damage without blocking. You also are allowed to reposition during the roll. I hope we see this in Elden Ring. I feel like a From Software game isn't complete without that, but we will have to see. I also would like to see weapon buffs or buffing stones. So typically in the game, if you have a weapon that can be buffed, there are items that can apply fire, poison, electricity, etc. to the weapon. There are also stones that you can use to imbue the weapon so that it carries that damage trait base without having to add items onto that. This is something that has mainly been in every Dark Souls game and has been in most of the From Software games. I believe this game is open world enough and creative enough with the different builds that they're able to do that having different stones and different buffs for your weapons will make a huge difference. Bonfires, that is one of the hallmarks of Dark Souls. They make them lamps in Bloodborne, they make them Buddha statues in Sekiro, but there's always a fire that needs to be lit in order to save your progress. That is kind of how this game works. There are no real save files. You'll have one or two for your character, but your progress will ultimately be tracked by how many bonfires you light. Bonfires are also a place where you can refill your health, your healing items, and change your equipment as needed. The bonfire is something that I really expect to see in this game. Almost disappointed if I don't see it, and I hope they make it something cool. Two-stage bosses. Now this isn't normally a FromSoft exclusive. A lot of games do two-stage bosses, but this one was kind of just a hope for me. I personally love it when I'm fighting a boss and then a second stage comes and I have to double down and he like, dang, I just got this guy's health bar down. It's challenging and can be annoying at times, but I've found the reward of beating the boss way sweeter after getting 2 health bars down. Shortcuts. This is something that has been in Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1 and 2 featured shortcuts almost exclusively to make your way around the map. With this being an open world game, I don't expect there to be a lot of shortcuts like there are typically in Dark Souls games. However, I do feel like there is room for them to put in little passageways or passages in between cliffs that you can find to make your travel a little easier. However, I do believe fast travel is going to be one of the main ways to move around in this game, but we'll have to see. Next, we have the items I hope to see or expect to see in Elden Ring. Estus Flask, this is basically your healing item. It's been different in Sekiro and Bloodborne, but in Dark Souls, it is essentially liquid you drink to refill your health. You can upgrade how many times you can drink it or how much it gives you health back as you upgrade the Estus Flask. I'm not expecting the exact item to be in here, of course, since it is a different game other than a Souls game. However, I do expect there to be some mechanic that allows you to heal, upgrade the healing, and refill your heals at bonfires. Another thing that I really liked, especially in Dark Souls 3, were troll items. Essentially, these were items that did nothing, had a minute purpose, or were used to mess with people. One of the examples I'd like to bring up is in Dark Souls 3, there is an item called a Young White Branch. Young White Branch essentially turns you into any item or inanimate object that is on par with your area. It'll turn you into a statue, a table, a bench, a box. It could be a number of things depending what the area is in. If you are invaded in your world in Dark Souls 3, you may use this item to fool people, hide, or get a sneak attack in. Now, I don't expect to see the exact item in, but I do want to see some items that can be used creatively or in a different way, such as that one. Overall, I'm expecting this game to be completely different and unlike anything we've ever seen from Software. They've usually done linear games that have a minute amount of exploration in them, but from reports and from what I've seen, this is going to be completely open world. Granted, people have played the beta. There are a few others with more knowledge than I do in the actual game. I personally have been waiting for this to the point where I want to go in blind. I don't want to see any gameplay. I want to figure everything out like I just discovered the game myself. I hope this helped you guys out. I know a lot of Dark Souls fans will expect to see some of these similar items. As far as I know, the game Elden Ring will contain different classes, which were in other Dark Souls games, but that just affected your base stats when you started off the game. I do believe that the classes will have a bigger impact in this game, and you will be able to shift your gameplay or change how the game plays entirely just on what class you pick. For weapons, I'm not expecting anything. I know From Software is magnificent with weapon variety and cool abilities and things of that nature, so I'm going to leave it to them on that one. All right, everybody, that will do it for me. Make sure you stop by my Twitch, twitch.tv/KO2Chowder. We will be streaming the entirety of Elden Ring on there starting February 25th. Also, check out the YouTube as we will be clipping and putting some cool videos together for that as well. That'll be everything for me, you guys. Thanks for stopping by, and Blue Jay, you know what to do.